and became divided based on illusions. Mass distractions to mask their actions, keep the people asleep, flocking like sheep. Gravitating to everything but each other, is it hypocritical of you to call me brother while allowing the other to penetrate your psyche? This shit is fucked up high key. External forces ensuring control when they make you separate the flesh from the soul. Oblivious to the impact of our actions, menial lives lead to superficial satisfaction. Niggas and America, fatal attraction. Lack of priority leads to dependence on corrupt authority. Gods waiting on an external savior, repeating the same cycles of counterproductive behavior. Because we're too caught up in this shit to see what's actually happening. Wasting time pointing the finger at them, never considering change starts within. We must be reborn if we really seek progress. New ideas shouldn't be strange, but I digress. An open mind is receptive to higher truths, so would you please stop poisoning the youth? Practices that don't evolve must die with time. You can't stop an intervention that's divine. So when said revolution comes, what will be your fate? Will you serve as useless bait to the American beast? Will you run, hide, duck, or retreat? Will you be lulled to sleep? Or will you look within, deep, to the very core of the warrior essence that your mother bore before you became the government's whore? Back to the greatness in your DNA. The essence runs so deep it's impossible to stray. Tap into that frequency, and you'll find yourself frequently stepping away from dead habits, actions, and relationships, moving into a space of creation. Let's raise the vibrations and create a new Black nation. Thank you.
In need of love, so Landon wore his heart on his sleeves. Had a heart of gold that was felt when there were feelings underneath. What they put out as only companions. So you and I is who they kept their business between. They had their differences that made them do the dumbest things. Go out and kick it with the fellas, then overthinking made him drink. The only thing on his mind was his woman. And how drinking away his problems wouldn't solve nothing. Proud of a bull, so he was very stubborn. He didn't believe in chasing women, but what they had was different. When she would say, I love you, replayed in his mind. At the moment, he's wasted, like the time he put into water in a situation that was dying. He wanted to be at peace, but his heart was in pieces. But remember, in order to fix what's broken, you need those same pieces. His conscience is telling him to give things a second chance because you may miss out on something you may never get again. Landon decided to end his night early and drives to a house, alcohol in his breath so the truth would spill out. He walks up to her door and knocks. He figured she was taking a while because it was around 12 o'clock. She opens the door as they come face to face. They take a walk to her bedroom, and that's where the conversation took place. Landon felt that feeling again that his conscience was telling him about. They go to share a kiss, then a noise came from the house. He stopped in his tracks and began to look around. He went to open the closet door, and the man that he was told not to worry about walks out. I am a hopeless romantic that goes by the name of Landon.
I'm far from a size 2. I have breasts that can feed a nation. I'm heavenly. I have a waist with love handles that keep you warm at night, soft and inviting. It took me a long time to appreciate my curves. Then again, not everyone can ride my wave. Nah. My body is made for someone with real hands that realize with their eyes I hold secrets and treasures that go deeper than my Egyptian cotton sheets. My hips are not the widest, but they are willing to grasp onto the truth. I have big lips. That's clear for everyone to see. Then my weapon of choice, speaking only facts, lacing your ears with my poetic story that flows from my heart through my fingertips. I've never been a size 2. Look deeply into my roots and see that my curls are unruly. My curls define me. Curl to perfection. Every kink and coil, each designed to fit me. Tell a story of my well-being. My hair is my destiny. My heritage, twisted into one. Moisturize and detangle the pain and trials my ancestors went through. Brush back the harsh realities of a society that so boldly projects my culture, my ethnicity. My curl pattern will not be held down or matted to my scalp for the pleasure of others. Spirals are meant to be free. Knotted up is not my cup of tea. So sip on these curls. and learn to accept me.
I bet her eyes was something to journey for. That's why he engaged in trips, took flights to be high enough to catch a glimpse of himself in her sight. Who would have ever thought that a blind man could touch the stars, let alone become one? What did she look like? She must have looked like Georgia, like a moonlight through the pines, like rubber straps cooked silver, like a piece of a high. I hear him singing, slipping into a deep lean, fingers scratching itchless skin. Unchain my heart, baby, let me be. I wanna go now. Please set me free. Baby, take these chains. Baby, won't you set me free? He must have been in such pain. To chase something you could never obtain, she must have been the devil. His music was an epic novel on romance and obsession, and we were too amazed to notice, too astonished by his talent that we couldn't believe the music he was making, which is confusing. Didn't they see the tracks on his arms? His body was a record, yet they didn't see the grooves. We were as blind as he was, beguiled by how his voice soothed, just as addicted to him as he was to her. I bet the notes he wrote looked like the stars erupting, or at least felt like it. Either way, Ray had a woman who tattooed her venom in his veins, and we ignored the cries, kept the tunes of his heartache on repeat, and ignored it as long as he sang.
On Twitter, sending him subliminals. He's aware but doesn't care is what you didn't know. Probably scroll right past and find him a different hoe. Slide into her DMs and slip off her clothes. You fall for his lies like dominoes, on the edge for that nigga like Geronimo. You could do much better, even your mama know. You think it's meant to be, but this ain't destiny or karma though. And the unrequited love is really starting to show. I could see it in your eyes, tears filled with his lies. Heartbeat hanging on for dear life. That smile is a good disguise, but your soul told me otherwise. You try to convince yourself you live on cloud 9, but you lay next to another man and thought of him. Another man inside of you, but you're still lost in him. Won't ask for direction cause you refuse to admit you're lost again. You're lost within, under a spell like you recently visited Baton Rouge. But this is no way magic, he's up to no good. And you know that, don't you? But you believe your love can mold him into whoever you want to. So at night your spirit haunts you for putting it through hell. You need deliverance, and I ain't talking to man who delivers the mail. Just lean a little bit closer to the roses and tell me what you smell. 226. Please, officer, don't take my daddy. He just trying to feed the family. A few grams on her to bother, but I'd be lost without my father. I mean, imagine if I was your daughter and you didn't have a way to get by, so you capitalize on your supplies and those who like to get hot. I ain't saying it's right, but he don't deserve that time. He got a family at home, he just out here trying to grind. And please, Mr. Officer, don't shoot my brother. He's unarmed and not dangerous. Imagine if it was your mother having to bury her son. Imagine if your name became a hashtag all because an officer accidentally drew his gun. I'm begging you, let my people go. Because we peacefully protest, but at some point y'all gonna make us burn this bitch to the floor. And that ain't a threat, that's just my flow. Well, really that's a promise. You take another black life, then I'm liable to get mad and pull the trigger on a pig's bitch ass if I'm being honest. We cry out for help and just get neglected. You don't know shit about the hood, so how you gonna serve and protect it? See, I'm a black activist, try to be a pacifist. My inner peace commonly confused with passiveness. Though they'll call me resistant when you try to arrest me for being black and I ain't having it. Carry that pistol on your waist, soon as you see the color on my face, you grabbing it. But when it hit the news, it's just another tragic accident. Then act like oppression is something we need to surpass. Slavery was hundreds of years ago. How long are you gonna be mad? But the chains still on our brains and I can't ignore that. Even the chains around your neck are turning into a noose. Flexing in true religion but don't know God or the truth. Just take a look at the youth. Money turned your body to a money maker. Sold your soul and you still can't get back your 40 acres. Cash rules everything around you. You're being controlled by paper. And they ride every single wave, not realizing they're sinking further every single day. To death they're at bay, drowning in shallow waters per se. That's what it is to live this way. To be succumbed by materials that all fade away. The revelation begins internally, so I hope that you pray.
This poem is called Autumn. I wrote it for my daughter. Never knew a love until I gave birth. The love from a mother to a child and vice versa. How can you deny a face so sweet? Just to think, we once shared a heartbeat. How could I just give up on you? Never. You're my motivation, your presence, it fuels me. Colic and terrible twos, potty training and I love yous. Who could deny a face so sweet? Seems like yesterday, April 13th. That was a face I couldn't wait to meet. I never want to feel you or steer you wrong. But how do I explain why your daddy's gone? Why deny a face so sweet? There's so much love I'm wanting to give. teach you the necessary lessons to live. From day one, I've been by your side, held your hand through low and high tide. But am I capable of showing you double love? Granted, there's no limit to my love for you, but I can't love you like your father should do. He deny a face so sweet, so special, one of a kind, missing out on all the great times. You deserve so much more, baby girl. A full-time father, not a boy who comes and steals your joy. Gone. A horrible cycle I put you in. Mommy is so sorry to call him your kin. Never will I deny your face so sweet. I am your protector until the end. My love for you, I'll always send. May not be from your dad, but baby girl, I try. A face so sweet, you have my heart until I die. Thank you.
I can only speak on what I know, but I don't really know, yo, because it seemed like we move so fast, but we never truly go. And I'm not allowed to say anything about it because it's not a relationship and it's not the best of what we make of it. And I don't even know what it is. And dare if I say anything and jeopardize all this shit. And even though we'll probably never get to this, I want to alter our relationship and see what we can make of it. But you're allergic to anything that resembles a relationship. Many things that resemble a friends with benefits, but I know that's a lie, especially when you showed up on my steps buttoned down to match with that blue satin tie. The origin of where it all started, one boy plus a girl in distress, before all the sex, such a beautiful mess. And I can't stress this enough, but you will never be my ex because we never established what we were before all the sex, leaving me wondering what's next. You complicated things when you stayed that night. We could have deaded the subject and made things right. But anytime I bring up the subject in my head, you end the conversation and forget what was said. And then I remember that this is all in my head. I know that I mean more to you, but it was just never said. It's all in my head, the things that we left unsaid. Feeling like I'm on meds, haunted with the thoughts of things we left unsaid. Realizing that everything you said was unsaid and that everything unsaid is left up for interpretation in my head. If you texted me, I respond back 0.3 seconds faithfully and continue the conversation safe, fully of things we left unsaid. Because what's better than the interpretations in one's head? Lingering thoughts in my bed of things we left unsaid. Funny how you would never know how much you really meant to me because, well, that was unsaid.
Lonely, mauled, Moorish nations. We gave you children. No, we gave you art on Sunday, but you still took 4 teens as 14 teens go missing from a DC community, so we distant colors from compassion, so I asked for rest. Saul Williams and Basquiat will wave frankincense incense sticks over my head as I sleep, attempting to invite visions of a real future, allow my dreams to dream of my apples to fall. My brothers, your headphones have become wireless, you've been disconnected from her apple. Lord, let me forgive Eve for being hungry. Let me forgive Adam for being a fool. Let me sit in special ed class with Charlie Sheen and Charlie Bartlett. Charlie Sheen will finally give me medication that will allow my eyes to sleep. Charlie Bartlett says, take 2 grams of this sedan, your third eye will see. So I see Attica. I see small abandoned warehouse basement prisons in Chicago. I see banded up neighborhoods. Listen, demented visions visually televised to you by an overseeing group. The 5% will try to save you and the 1% will try to take you. Close your eyes for the school bell has sounded. And on this day of show and tell, I bring to you America, a martyr. She says, take of my body and you will nourish life. Take of my blood and you will be strong. So as her bloodlines ties us all together and you scream out justice for those who justify what she just said, it's just us. I fell in love with America on a day, so I called up and said, how you doing? She said, I'm not feeling too well, so I guess basic. Mama told Donald to stop messing with all the other countries because they oh so basic. So I ran down on my knees and asked America to marry me. She said, well, some crazy dude already gave me a Muslim, I mean a wedding band, but baby, I'm just trying to give you a wedding ring. And to my Muslim brothers and sisters, just know to me, y'all mean everything, but you know how it goes. Burnt flags only make non-rebels angry as they bask in the embers. The sky has been falling, and you don't even remember. Lighter spark will evoke the start of the removal and assassination of a preacher. Remove, the wind will blow and time will turn, going both ways. Understand, time was kept by a man who was late. Saul said before time, there was eternity. After death, there will be eternity. There's only eternity. The wind will blow and time will stop. And deep down in the South Dallas suburb, a preacher will be reincarnated from his ashes with soft samples of Sade on Sundays because we like chocolate drizzled on it. Soft samples of Sade because we love chocolate drizzled on it. Soft samples of Sade and Sundays because we love chocolate drizzled on it. And words from a Christ-like infant who lived infinitely. I heard in his former life he was a minister during the Salem witch trials. He spoke on damnation of evil sins as 5 women were killed for going wild, but you know how it goes.